So what's up? Welcome to my basement, and this should seem very familiar to you guys if you've been a veteran to my channel. Basically what I'm finally doing is I tried looking for a Kawasaki 220 motor, and they don't sell them whole. They sell them only at bottom half only, and then you can buy the top, so all of the stuff. So what I've decided to do is I am going to rebuild this motor from scratch. So we have one part here, which will be the center part here. I might buy or clean this top part. I'm not really sure yet. Maybe I'll clean it to save some money, and then we'll have to buy a completely bottom part. And I'm only going to do this because over here we had a bit of a problem, and as you can see, this has been fixed a little bit, but it's kind of crappy, and I'm sure something inside of here is bent. I don't want to deal with it, but this will be a great parts motor. So I'm gonna try to take off the head today, take off the valves, the starter, and just bits and ends here, and just slowly rebuild it from scratch, order the bottom, and just kind of go from there. So first things first, I think I'm gonna have to remove this, what is the top part. So it'll be these 4 bolts, which look like a size 13, maybe 14. So I'm gonna take those off first, and we'll start by rebuilding the motor. We have everything from new piston to piston rings to just about everything. So let's get started. So as I've been taking this off, before we take these off, which are all a size 14, I got 2 of them off already. What we need to do is take off the sprocket here. This is a size 13. So once you take this off and get this off, we'll put this off to the side over here. I'll actually move these bolts over here too as well. And we should be able to just pop this off. I say should, we'll probably need a screwdriver. We'll pop that off and take the timing chain off, and then remove the tensioner, which looks like it's going to be a, let me check, probably a 10mm, but I want to double check just in case. Yes, I am correct. It will be a 10mm. So take the tensioner off, we'll take that sprocket off, take these 2 bolts off, and this whole thing should come up. I'm gonna have to go and get my valve remover tool from work probably, and we'll keep going forward. So we'll do that now. So we've gotten all 4 of them out. Before we remove this top, we'll have to get rid of this side brake hose. Make sure to keep the washers, don't lose them. We need them. So we'll remove this, and then keep the washer. We got the sprocket out, which I needed a flat blade screwdriver, just kind of wedge myself in there. I dropped the timing chain down. Ooh, that looks nice. I'll take this out just because. This, we got the 4 bolts. This should be close to removal. I'm just gonna double check everything. I'll take off that tensioner. Which are 2 10mm bolts. In fact, we'll do that right now. Never mind. Let's see if we can get this out. That'll be 1. That'll be 2. Now we'll just keep these together and remove the tensioner completely. And this will help tension the belt later on. We get it back in the old-fashioned tensioner, but still works. So that's off, that's off. This one hose should be off. It is. I'll probably end up taking it off completely. So this one will have this in here. This one goes across, hooks up to the starter, and goes to the part that's broken. So I'll just take those off right away. So top to the inner, this one to the outer. Okay, let's get that going. That'll all be 10mm. So with all the bolts removed, all the washers kept, what we're gonna do next is remove the 2 side bolts here. They're both 10mm. Move that, and the top should just remove itself indefinitely. We'll have to remove this, which will probably be an 8mm, and then take on the starter, or take out the starter, which, yes, will be 8mm. Okay, so let's remove these 2 10mm bolts. That's gonna be too big. I'll need an extension for that. Bring it up to about here and remove them. So let's get that going. long bolts here. Gets your threaded at the top too. That's one. This will be two. Alright. So this should just lift off. And it does. So I'm gonna have to go get my tool to pop out these valves and the keepers. Because the valves are new and I want to use them on the new engine. I might try to save this gasket. I probably will. So I'll put this off to the side right there. Next, we'll try to remove this whole piece, which shouldn't be too hard. It looks like it's already loose. Let's get that going. Okay, I'm just gonna lift it up and be very careful of the timing chain. There it is. So we'll save this as a piece because why not? We might rebuild another backup engine from this. And there's our piston. Which has been better or worse from wear than I remember, but here's what it is. Yep. So I'll also remove the rings because the rings are also new. And why not? We'll keep them in order. So that'll be the top one. First, let's do the second. So we got first, second ring. I'll put that over here in the corner, second. And this third one, which looks like it's the one that picks up the oil pretty good. Gotta be here it is, a little zone where you can divide and conquer, and it looks like there's, yeah, looks like there'll be one. I might just leave that one off, take it off with the whole piston. But okay, so we'll get that going. So we have the motor sideways. What I'm going to do is remove this sensor, the 2 Phillips screws, and this bracket that holds the timing, timing chain in. Take the timing chain out. So these 2 bolts, these 2 Phillips screw, and take them out and go from there. All right, so I've removed the bolts here of this sensor, and I've removed the guides for the timing chain, which is an Allen wrench. Now, I think what I'm going to do is get rid of the oil filter, because that also I remember is new. Will be 2 8mm bolts. We'll pull that out, and that should be it. So that's the whole bottom taken out from all the parts I need to install in the new one. So thanks for catching me on this one, and welcome to Revival of Kawasaki-san. Hoyo!